Hello, I'm Sephrajin and welcome to my Hacker Mixbuild 2020 with the most recent updates applied and already Deathwish approved. This build is for, well, again, stealth and loud alike. So best case scenario would be use stealth like the diamond, the museum with the garden in the middle, and fail at, say, the plates, those weight sensor sensitive plates before the actual diamond. Yeah, then you can do the rest in lot. No problems there. And yes, let's get started. With Inspire, the most basic skill for loud, usually achieved by basic combat medic, quick fix, combat doctor, and Inspire. Well, all aced obviously. Two bags is always nice. Well, especially on higher ones, if you are unlucky, those are key essential. And just to note, only use doctor bags when you've been down at least 3 times. With 9 lives aced, you could go down 4 times, in which case that would be the number after which you use a medic bag. Only uppers or first aid kits are used to regenerate health, just to make your health full. Because you can carry a lot more of them with you anyway. Well, at least by placeable objects. Anyway, and for Hostage Taker Ace, you're going by Forced Friendship Basic, Choker Aced. Basic is just, well, to get a Choker, and Aced is so to convert it does 30%, 35% more damage, and the time to convert him is reduced by 65%. Also, Partisan Crime Basic is very nice, just the additional 10% speed boost, and that the converter takes 45% less damage. By acing it, you get an additional 30% health, and the convert takes an additional 55% less damage. So in total, with Partisan Crime Ace, your Joker gets 99% less damage, meaning this single Joker will survive all your heists, regardless of the difficulty, unless, this is the only exception, well, 2 of them are minigun dozers and turrets. At least so far, this has been my experience. Hostage Taker then will regenerate 4.5% health every 5 seconds, which is very nice because with Hacker you don't want to only rely on your Hacker-Deck to regenerate health. It can be nice to give you a little boost, but usually if you need health, then it's already too late. So Hostage Taker helps to well, neglect that, or helps in that regard. Next one would be Underdog. It's just nice to have additional damage, and Scavenger is nice to have the increased ammo pickup. You could remove those two and add to Transporter for throwbacks further, which is also a nice perk. However, this is not so essential to survive as the other two. Well, ammo pickup is essential to survive, so, well, you get ammo that might be out of reach otherwise, so you have more bullets. So this is very much to stay alive. Resilience Ace, of course, for the flashbangs reduction, and Bullseye Basic to get, just those 5 armor points, so that any armor depletion will not, well, just so you can do a headshot, and when you have no armor, so you have some armor, so that armor gets depleted without draining any health. So that's the usage of armor gating. Obviously, because it's a mixed build, we're using hardware experts just for the basic silent drill. Now it gets interesting with Ghost. Duck and cover aced. Basic is just, well, for the 25% faster stamina regeneration earlier and faster sprinting by 25%. So by now we're on 45% faster running. Just saying already. And well, with Ace you have an additional 10%, so with these additional 10%, no, this is 10% while dodge, 10% dodge while running, so this is already nice. And Parkour Ace, well, the basic is just to for 10% more additional movement speed, so you run 10% faster, so now we're on 45% movement speed. And Inner Pocket just basic for the concealment of the melee weapon. Shockproof is always nice when it triggers to knock back the taser. Dire Need was required to get to Sneaky Bastard, with which we get 45 dodge. Just saying, so we get here 45 dodge. And let's continue. Obviously with Second Wind, basic is always nice, though 30% more movement speed, although just for 5 seconds, but those 3% is very nice. In combination, we have now 75% more movement speed when this triggers. So at least, at latest, this is the point where you need to take cover. And low blow, just because we're on low detection, so just basic one is all we need, because you know, we're under 5, so we have a 30% crit chance just by being alive. That's all we need. Last but not least, for the last stuff is martial arts. So we get 50% less melee damage. I didn't have any points spare for 9 lives, and 9 lives is, well, in my opinion, it makes only sense for 1 down, really. Well, there you really need this, but on just Death Wish or regular death sentence, it's not so much of a requirement. I think the other stuff is more important, especially this being a mixed build, so the focus in this mixed build is also on stealth, so this is already quite a few points, so I had to get them somewhere, and going down 3 or 4 times, I think it's a nice have to, and definitely a must-have on 1 down, but in a mixed build, there's no gain in 1 down if you start stealthy. You know what I mean? There's no XP bonus, there's no cash bonus, it's just for the challenge of doing it loud. So this said, if you start stealthy, you don't want an extra challenge for loud. Well, that's my point of view. Anyway, obviously we're going to Ace Chameleon. Basic is, well, just to open it, of course, and to get less detected. This is also nice, and well, marking enemies is also very nice. And the pickup is also very cool, because well, for the bank you get the key cards, you get other stuff on other maps, but most item in my mind is just that crazy key card. But I know there are other things or other situations where it's helpful. For example, the transport, no, the bomb haven, geez, with the ships at the docks, that you know, where you have to move that ship from one location to the other. In that heist, it's very helpful, so you can just walk around as like civilian and just check every room where if there is a key card or not. So you have all the time with no hassle at all to check out where the key card is and pick it up without an issue. So Chameleon Ace is very nice on that point. Sixth Sense Basic, obviously for stealth you do want to have that detection that goes through walls. This is very helpful if you want to run somewhere and can't see beyond the wall for obvious reasons. And Acing is very much an underrated skill in my opinion, because Sixth Sense Ace allows you to get all those special assets for stealth, in quotes, but this escape driver is very helpful, because what do you hate the most if you play any heist is the escape. So by buying the escape expert driver, you can bypass the escape. So this is very convenient. And obviously, because we do not have jack of all trades, going for cleaner ace, so we can, well, basic grants one additional bag uh, in the inventory already, and we can carry a total of 3 bags as such around, which is very nice, especially in solo plays. And acing it will allow us to place 2 body bag cases. So on bigger maps like, I don't know, or maps with a lot of civilians like Go Bank, this is very helpful. So you don't run out of body bags as much or as quickly. And Nimble Basic is just for the camera loop, and acing for lock picking. Speed increase by 100%, and also to lockpick saves, which is usually still faster because it's now skilled anyway. Usually still faster than actually drilling a save. Well, you just can picklock the the small dark ones, and those are definitely faster to be picklocked than drilled. So this set on the skills. Let's go for the weapon. Car 4, my stealth approach, is very nice. I have the benefit of the royal blue skin, which gives me some more accuracy. However, with stealth, you shouldn't need the 100 accuracy. It would be nice, but stability, but not so much. Anyway, for the barrel, you pick the short barrel, just because it lowers the concealment, well, increases the concealment. For the barrel extension, we take the bigger the better suppressor, because it only reduces the damage by 1, which is quite the best suppressor in that regard. Then as boost, obviously the concealment. Custom, nothing at all. You could go for auto fire, because you might play it in loud as well for that extra damage. However, since as I picked the 5.7 AP pistol as secondary, I like to play the Car 4 in single shot mode for until it turns loud, in which case I press V and yeah, get to auto fire mode. So this is very nice, because in stealth, well, I like to do one shot and not like semi-auto fire if I press too long and then one bullet goes into the window or something like that. That's not so much fun. Now for the foregrip, we pick the EMO foregrip. If you have the AK car mod pack, right? DLC, because, well, it's just awesome. Increases damage, increases accuracy, increases stability and concealment, and that by 2, so it's pretty nice. As gadget, I've picked the LED combo, because it increases stability by 8, though it reduces concealment by 2, but I love the car for that. It has so many options to tweak, so we're still on detection rate 4, so that's just awesome. This is, well, as I just said, so much options to tweak now using the straight grip, because it adds 2 more concealment. As the lower receiver, we add the thrust lower receiver. It's the only one available, and it increases damage by 2, so that's nice. Magazine, who wants to miss a reload? Fast reload stuff, so like 1.7 seconds instead of 3.5, 3.4. In loud, the longer you reload, it's just, well, the more chance to die. So the quicker you really reload, the quicker or the more chances you have to survive. Obviously, no matches again for the concealment. Folding stock again for concealment. And the upper receiver, last but not least, LV upper receiver. for accuracy and stability improvements. You could go either for thrust upper receiver for a little bit more damage, or exotic receiver also for a little bit more damage. But I like this the best because it adds both stats, accuracy and stability, and I like to have them both as high as possible, because the more you hit, well, the more damage gets applied, and yeah, it's always like a balance thing, and it's very much also depends on how good you aim. So for me, this is like nice. Of course, you can go higher with accuracy and stability, but this would be a lot only build. Now for the 5.7 AP pistol, I'm using the tin treated barrel, well it's the only one available. For the barrel extension, size doesn't matter, suppressor, because it doesn't change concealment, and with a weapon that does already over 120 damage, well almost 122 after subtracting 4, so with another we do quite a more damage, but this is just enough. Boost concealment as well. Gadget, we're using the micro laser just help aiming, and because I have some spare. Extended magazine because, well, I don't want to miss additional ammunition in the magazine. It means less reloading, so that's always nice. And obviously no sight. Now, throwable, we have the Pocket because of Hacker-Perkdeck, and as the melee weapon is the Ice Pick. Again, for the Hacker-Perkdeck, this is all the way down. Where you have Crew Chief, you can scroll, pick this one and scroll all down, and then it's the lowest is Hacker. And because it's mixed and we have no jack of all trades, before each run we can or have or, well, should decide whether we want to bring doctor bags or body cases. Well, yes, we can bring 2 of which, or of each, but obviously if you think it turns loud, or if you know the heist is loud, you should always bring the doctor bags. You can't be wrong with them. However, if the people are fully stealth oriented, they might kick you for bringing doctor bags, so you should bring the body bag cases in that case. Of, at least you will survive when it turns loud, so this shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, basically that's about it. Now you could go for modifications like plain loud, just loud, no stealth stuff, right? And this is very easy, actually pretty cool and quickly done. We just remove here all the stealth stuff and add it here to the shotguns, and we could then go for a stable shot because it adds weapon stability, means less not recoil, less re-aiming with shotguns, right? So you don't want to have high accuracy with shotguns because this would pinpoint all bullets to one spot. It's also very nice because you have all the damage at one point. However, with a shotgun, if you stay in front of 3 people standing next to each other, with low accuracy but high stability, you can, especially with the Itzma shotgun for example, you can just throw out those 22 bullets without having to re-aim. You just shoot them and you hit all 4 of them and they're all down, so that's nice. And yeah, I was here. So this would be for the shotguns, and then you remove this all if you like want to stay with the with this one. No, not this one. What's this one? Right, so we go here, we go this one, surefire, lock and load. Ah, it is not. So now we can either, which ones? So I was able to remove. I had it before. What's now? Nah, anyway. So, but this is also well done. So with this, we can even pierce through armor with the Car 4, which kind of reduces the requirement for the 5.7 AP pistol. But I just always like to have the 5.7 pistol. It does great damage. It's great alternate weapon, and using the Car 4 as primary, usually you have no ammo issues at all. So this is the Mixbuild, Hacker, Loud, Stealth, and Loud, with 2 loud variations to close. Hope you liked it. Hope you get some inspiration, and if you did, please leave a comment or a thumbs up. Well, otherwise, leave a thumbs up and maybe a comment if you want to. And well, thanks for watching. Hope you liked, and see you around. Happy heisting. Bye.